Now, a lifetime later, Ethan was 33, Shane was almost 30, and Christie had two beautiful granddaughters, Sasha and Fifi. The long dark hair she'd worn in a loose ponytail all those years ago was now cut to jaw length, its cool silvery white highlighting the warmth of her olive skin and dark winged eyebrows. She still wore a delicate flick of eyeliner, which gave her eyes a magical tilt at each olive green corner. Now, in the last days of April, the old French rose that Christie had been nurturing to sweep over the pergola had produced its first decent crop of antique white flowers with a musky amber scent. She could smell their fragrance from the open kitchen window as she tried to rationalize her anxiety. Christie had been so lucky these past 30 years, blessed almost. There had only been that one time in her married life when it had all nearly gone wrong. And, like catching a falling glass before it hit the floor, Christie had averted the disaster. There was a tiny crack left behind from that time, but nobody except Christie could see it. That couldn't trouble her now, could it? No, she decided firmly, that was all in the past. She knew she was blessed. James was as good a husband as he'd been when she married him, better in fact. They'd grown closer as they'd grown older. Then again she felt the strange ripple of unease move through her, like a thundercloud shimmering in a blue sky. Her whole life Christie had been able to see things that other people couldn't. It was a strange, dreamy gift, never available on demand and never there for Christie to sort out her own problems. But when she least expected it, the truth came to her, a little tremor of knowing that told her what was in another person's heart. As a child, she'd thought everyone could do it, but there was no one in her deeply religious home she could ask. Her father disapproved of the local girls having their fortunes told and hated the gypsy's gift of sight with a vengeance. Her mother never ventured any opinion without consulting her husband. Opinions that father didn't approve of meant his black rage engulfed the house. So Christie had learned to be a quiet, watchful child. Her 6 elder brothers and her baby sister made enough noise for nobody to notice her anyhow. And as she grew older and realized her gift wasn't run-of-the-mill, she was glad she'd kept it quiet. The closer a person was to Christie, the fuzzier her knowing became. For herself, she could never see anything. Except today, for the first time ever, she'd had a horrible feeling that the premonition of gloom was for her. By 10, Christie was on her way along Summer Street with her shopping bags, trying to put the fear out of her mind. Many of Christie's original neighbours were gone, but there were some who'd lived on the street nearly as long as the Devlin family, like the Maguires, Dennis and Una and their daughter Maggie. Tall, shy, always polite, Christie recalled Maggie hiding her prettiness behind a heavy veil of carroty red curls, as if she needed a retreat from the world. Like Shane, she'd be 30 now. She lived in Galway, and Christie hadn't seen her for ages. But the adult Maggie had lived up to the early promise. She was truly stunning looking. Her hair darkened to glossy auburn, her face a perfect oval with silvery cobalt blue eyes, wide expressive lips, and the translucent skin of the pure redhead. Yet she didn't appear to be aware of her beauty, rather the opposite in fact. Christie sensed that Maggie Maguire was still hiding her real self. "She's doing so well," Una Maguire said every time Christie asked. Una, red-haired too, but now faded with threads of grey, was still beautiful though, with the fine-boned face her daughter had inherited. "Maggie's with this fabulous man. He's a lecturer in the college, and she's in the library research department now. They have a beautiful apartment off Eyre Square. No sign of them getting married, but young people don't bother with that these days." "No, they don't," agreed Christie easily, who understood quite plainly that Una longed with all her heart for her only child to be settled down with a husband and children. 10 yards ahead, Amber Reed shot out of her gate at number 18. Amber was 17, in her final year at St. Ursula's, vivacious